Hi, my name is Tunja Chakman, and I want to bring virtual reality to the next level. I've always loved playing video games and grew up with games like Quake, Doom and Duke Nukem, but just sitting in front of a keyboard and a mouse, staring at a screen, was not enough for me. So I began to think about a solution to walk inside of the game and started to build the first prototypes of the virtualizer in the workshop of my father. Nowadays, head-mounted displays, like the Oculus Rift and Sony Morpheus, allow you to enter virtual environments visually, but there is still the key problem of being unable to actually walk through virtual space, which the virtualizer solves. The virtualizer is an award-winning locomotion device for virtual reality that allows the user to move freely in virtual environments. It does so by combining a revolutionary low-friction principle and high-precision sensors with a special mechanical construction, resulting in a new form of omnidirectional treadmill. For us, immersion is the most important thing in virtual reality. To reach optimal immersion, it is key to allow for a wide range of natural movements, achieve low latency, and isolate the user from outside influences. The virtualizer was designed to fulfill all these requirements. You're able to perform a lot of different movements like the following: walk, run, backwards, straight, crouch, jump, and even to walk in crouched positions. Moreover, we wanted to stay as user-friendly as possible, and that's why the virtualizer is a plug-and-play USB device.
Look around. Technology is all around us. We use it in every aspect of our lives. It enables us to do amazing things. But what if we could go further? What if we could go beyond the screen, where your digital world is blended with your real world? Now we can. This is the world with holograms. What will they enable us to do? New ways to visualize our work.
I have an idea for the fuel tank.
New ways to share ideas with each other.
How are things going your end?
I just put the images in OneDrive.
Perfect.
More immersive ways to play. New ways to teach and learn.
So put the new trap in the place of the old one.
Now what?
And tighten here and here.
New ways to collaborate and explore the places we've never been.
Look at this formation. Let's take a closer look.
And new ways to create the things we imagine. Because when you change the way you see the world, you can change the world you see. This is Microsoft HoloLens.
CoreFX is the immersive gaming vest. What our technology does is what everybody else is trying to do in the visual field, but we do it in the haptic or tactile field. We allow you to feel everything that happens.
The CoreFX Gaming Vest uses award-winning 4DFX technology that takes the acousto-haptic signals, or the audio, coming from your game and turns them into incredibly precise environmental and situational feedback that sync to what's happening on screen.
I used to code, I used to write programs, my own games, and having the background in neuroscience, I started thinking about, well, there are things that are being ignored in the existing gaming community, and that's the amazing power of the brain to project reality.
It's like right into your heart. It's like boom, 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 right here. Every time you shoot, you just feel the shot. It's crazy.
It's like being shot in the game is being shot in real life.
So, what you have for the first time is a device that allows you to completely immerse yourself in your media and really feel the action and environment. The vest itself is wireless and lightweight and is completely customizable in terms of depth of field and the intensity of the environmental feedback. So you can fine-tune your experience. It's incredibly tweakable, with an assortment of variable controls. If you're playing an FPS, you can set it so that you can feel everything from the explosions in the distance to the recoil of your weapon.
You can feel every step, you can feel every shot, you can even feel when you're shooting. It's pretty good. I love it.
Even like hearing other people's bullets, you can tell they're coming from their left side because you can feel it. It's definitely really cool.
We are a multi-platform technology. We actually complement all of the existing technologies, and including the new virtual reality technologies.
Virtual reality is the next evolution of gaming, with successful devices like the Oculus Rift and the Omni that are changing the industry. The CoreFX Vest is amazing on its own, but when used in conjunction with these other products, you can see how they all work together to achieve complete immersion.
You can feel like the direction, kind of where it's coming from, and it's a really different experience.
You can just feel the kickback.
That was actually pretty neat. You feel not only when you're shooting or when you get shot, but also kind of when you walk and stuff. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty immersive.
In the future, we'll have an SDK coming out soon for developers.
Obviously, there are very, very interesting effects that if we have the support of the developers and the community, we can incorporate into the games that would improve the experience even that much more. We can produce sensations of G-force, motion within the games, but those are things that we need the support of the community with.
The CoreFX Vest is fully compatible with PCs, Macs, phones, game consoles, anything that produces sound and has an audio output.
Hi, my name is Jan Gutwillik. I'm the developer of the Omni. I've always been passionate about virtual reality. We now have a great head-mounted display, we have intuitive motion controllers, tracking devices have become affordable, but there's still one missing link in virtual reality. How do you move around in that virtual world? I didn't want to sit down with my glasses on and push buttons on a keyboard or gamepad. For the true virtual reality experience, you want to stand up and move naturally in the virtual world. Right now, there's no solution that fits in your living room, that is affordable, or that even is available. The feeling of immersion, of moving around naturally in the virtual world, is mind-blowing. That's why we developed the Omni, to take virtual reality to that next level.
The Holy Grail for virtual reality is to allow somebody to explore and move through a space as free as if they're in the real world. And the Omni is a mode of navigation that will allow a user to explore a virtual environment.
The Omni provides a more natural navigation interface than a mouse and keyboard or even a gamepad. Combining the Omni with a head-mounted display will provide a much more immersive and engaging virtual reality experience.
The strength of the Omni is that it has no motors and no moving parts. That's how we keep the cost down. The core of the Omni is its low-friction surface with grooves. The user wears special shoes with a plunger pin that fits into these grooves, keeping the foot stabilized instead of sliding left to right. The shoe sole has a higher friction pad on the toe to stabilize the foot even more. Our objective is to mimic a natural gait. The Omni is easy to disassemble and store away. The top can be taken off so that you can put it aside, just like exercise equipment.
I don't think I've had a more immersive gaming experience. When you take that screen and you place it onto your face and then you put yourself into a unit and then become a part of the game, that's immersive.
This past March, Palmer Luckey, the creator of the Rift, asked me if he could try out the Omni at South by Southwest in Austin. This was even before the Rift had come out. He also invited some game developers that were on a panel with him.
VR needs products like this. You know, using a traditional controller like an Xbox controller just doesn't work in a VR environment the same way that we're all used to. And you need things like this that help you feel really connected in the world.
Sweet! Yes!
The Omni comes with integrated tracking hardware and software, and Kinect is also supported. Our software translates your motion to mouse and keystrokes that drive your avatar in the game. Walking, running, jumping, crouching, strafing. You just link whatever keystroke you want to the specific move. The Omni can be used with any game that uses keyboard input. We designed the Omni to be comfortable and easy to use. The ring height and belt size are adjustable so that both 10-year-olds and adults can use the Omni. Another application of the Omni is exercise and fitness. Imagine going for a jog in Skyrim every morning.
I would lose a lot of weight and burn a lot of calories if I had this in my house, because you're in it and you're moving and you could very easily lose track of time.
I see this as not only a device that makes the game more immersive, but I see it as also a way to put your pedometer on and go for a bit of a walk.
Our software even tracks your distance run and calories burned. Training and simulation is another application. Also architectural walkthroughs. Imagine taking a tour of your future house on the Omni. And how about virtual tourism? Imagine walking around in foreign cities and visiting ancient worlds. And educating our children by immersing them in historical sites and events. Other applications include virtual trade shows and events, museums, cinema, meetups and interactive adventures. The possibilities are endless.
It's really just hard to kind of like even put into words. Walking around a game world is something I've never done. Like actually walking around, it's kind of like, oh!
everything around you looked very, very real.
Oh my goodness, this cave is super cool. I just
What
wanted to
in
tell
the
you
world?
some
Like I passed the torch to him at one point.
There were times where like I literally forgot I was in a game.
It's epic. Yo, man, it's like all encompassing. It just involves like all the senses, and so you're there.
Oh, bro!
It was too real. Like before that, I was just like laughing. I was like, oh my gosh, this is nuts. And then all of a sudden, it kind of crossed the boundary, and I was like, I'm legitimately terrified.
Oh my gosh! Something's coming. Oh! What do we do? Punch it! Oh my gosh!
It was really cool. Like you felt, I've never experienced anything like that before. That was nuts.
Oh my gosh, turn around. Oh, now do it, now do it, now do it.
There was a subtlety when we went outside and the temperature changed.
Dang.
Like that moment, I was like, oh wow, like that's where it hit me that this was like true VR.
I would explain it like you literally go to a different world.
Brody and I, of course, playing first-person shooter. We're sitting there on the couch. He's driving his Jeep. I'm on the back, and I'm pounding away with the gun, and he's hitting the bumps. And then the thing explodes. On the screen, we go flying, but there's really nothing except a little vibration. So what good is that? Like, it's something missing here. And we started thinking about, wow, you know, that would be great if we could kind of get that feeling across.
Not only do you feel the impact, but you feel the spread and you get the kickback. And it's all there, the whole experience, and that's when you actually feel like you're totally immersed.
And with AirEgg, that's what you get.
My name is Brody Stanfield. I'm the president and co-founder of IFTech.
My name is Michael Stanfield, and I'm the vice president and co-founder. Gaming today is a two-dimensional product. Experience is limited to sight and sound, and so we're providing a new dimension. It's a suit, it's a haptic product that provides sensory stimulation, taking the user into the game.
Whether it be sound, sensations of touch, the idea of the impact, AirEgg will put you into that experience that you've always wanted. There are three major components to this suit. There's the decoder, the exoskeleton, and the sim skin. The decoder is the piece that attaches actually to your console or platform, takes the information, then it brings that and sends it to the exoskeleton. The exoskeleton is now the component that sort of has all the pieces in AirEgg that you're wearing, from the nervous system, which is the feedback, to the control center, which takes the information from the decoder, as well as the power supply to make sure it's wireless.
The sound that we're providing is a patented sound. It's quite a different experience.
We want to make it surround sound feel, so the idea is we have 6 speakers, 2 on the front on this side, 2 on that side, and then on the back. 1 here and 1 here, as well as a subwoofer.
You're always in the sweet spot, no matter where you are.
And as for like vibratory feedback, right now it's always been to the controller, so you feel a rumble in your hand. Now we're actually getting it so it's located on the specific parts of your body where it should be. There are 16 points on the front, 8 points on the side, and 16 points on the back. All right, so first thing we're going to do is I'm going to test out some vibrational stuff. So to start with, I'm just going to set a value here. And I'm going to be top right. You feel that?
Yeah.
All right, so let's switch that over to bottom left. Yeah, it moves you.
Yeah, switches.
Awesome. So that's pretty much how vibration works. As for stims, they're pretty much focused on particular muscles. It contracts the muscles. It can either give a full contraction or it can be a slight contraction. Once again, same thing, top right. So it just sets a value. Okay. There. All right, we'll shut that off.
Oh, you feel it? We can see it moving your shoulder forward like that. Yeah, I know.
Lifting a weight. All right, so that's pretty much it for the basic fundamentals of what AirEgg can actually do. So what did you think of it?
It was pretty interesting. I've never really experienced anything like that.
Yeah. Virtual world awareness. You're actually inside the world that you're playing in.
The last piece is the sim skin. So sim skin is the look and feel over top. You can then have these front piece plates that you put on or armor on the sides and that kind of stuff to actually look like you're in the game that you're actually envisioning yourself in. Games already have sound, they already have haptic feedback, so we take that information that's already there and we implement it with AirEgg.
And it's now a matter of the developers to take on that role. If they have a game and they want to compete with a AAA game and they're only an indie company, well, now you can. It's not just about the visuals anymore. It's about how you can differentiate your product. We think that's going to be a big difference.